Alright, we live.
Camper,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I got a live chase. I guess I'll see you guys in like 20 minutes. Be right back.
All right.
Yes, sir. What?
Is this Taz or not? Jesus Christ.
Knock it off. You're gonna make it worse for yourself.
That's annoying. Let's watch it.
On April 25th, 2022, officers responded to a Quick Trip convenience store for an intoxicated female passed out in her vehicle in Weston, Wisconsin. Upon arrival, two customers said they found her sleeping in the back seat of the vehicle and 22. Officers responded to a Quick Trip convenience store for an intoxicated female passed out in her vehicle in Weston, Wisconsin.
Alright.
Upon arrival, two customers said they found her sleeping in the back seat of the vehicle and were concerned for her well-being. The female only identified herself using her first name and refused to provide any further information.
Okay.
Hi. What's your name? What's her name?
I'm Anna.
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 Yeah, we're willing to, she was sparked, but she was asleep. We are willing to take her to our house.
What?
Sorry. Do you know her? How do you guys know?
Yeah.
Hey, yo!
We'll take her to my apartment if we just put her in my car.
What?
And then we'll be there.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Nothing?
We're just taking her to our apartment.
Dude,
It's okay.
Bro, she's cooked.
I can't understand. I can't understand you.
We're just taking her to our apartment if that's okay.
Taking who?
Her.
Okay.
Anna eventually went back into the vehicle through the back door and climbed over the center console.
Let's take her to the front of the house. She's
Did you, okay, so did you guys find her in the back? Was she
yeah,
in the
she
back
was in the
seat?
back.
Was she like laying down?
What the?
or-
She was, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let me take her to the back. She's young and stupid. Just,
Alright, let me go talk to her real quick.
Wait. I don't know what the fuck is happening here. She got into their car and started sleeping with some
Do
random
you have
guys.
your ID on you, Anna?
What the hell?
I do. Just give me a second.
Okay.
While the officer was speaking with Anna, he observed her dilated pupils, slurred speech, and an odor of intoxicants coming.
This guy is stealing my package from a car, and this guy took my package off a porch. But what they don't realize is this is the final glitter bomb. Glitter bomb 5.0. And for the final year when you lift the lid, the glitter is delivered by drones. Five years ago, when these two stole a $6 package from my porch, little did they know that singular act, on an otherwise unremarkable lovely spring morning, would set in motion a series of events that would unleash buckets of glitter in the homes of would-be porch pirates nationwide, and eventually lead to the takedown of a $60 million international crime ring. So today, not only will I show you what happens when you combine autonomous drones and glitter, and then what happens when you get into a chess match with a bunch of car thieves, but I'll end the whole series with an update on what happened to those massive scam call centers we infiltrated and exposed in India. Now, if you're new here, the 10-second recap is that after that package was stolen from my house, the police wouldn't do anything about it, even when presented with the evidence. So at that point, I knew that to avenge the theft, I was gonna have to use my engineering skills to go full Home Alone. And seeing how this is the final glitter bomb video, I think it's worth a brief recap of how the box design has naturally evolved over the years. Out of the gate in year one, it was a simple concept where when you took the lid off the bait package, this cup would spin, unleashing a pound of the world's finest glitter. And then hidden inside to record all the action, we had 4 phones, plus a canister of fart spray in an effort to encourage the thief to get rid of the box so we could go and retrieve it. And that went pretty well, so we spent the entire next year working on version 2.0, where we doubled the amount of fart spray and drastically improved the formula,
Oh my
which
God.
ended up nearly killing Macaulay Culkin.
I still smell it.
We also switched to biodegradable
Macaulay
glitter and
Culkin.
added a meaningless countdown,
4.
and some fake police chatter. Seems the package may be in motion as well. Just to make things more exciting. Then for year 3, we doubled the fart spray canisters once again to a total of 4, and added a handle the thief would be tempted to grab, which we covered in that super sticky mousetrap goop. And for the previous 2 years, the package thieves would often shove the lid back on right away, which covered up the cameras. So we added these posts near the top of the box that would passively pop out, which made it impossible to put the lid back on once you'd removed it.
14. 13.
We also added flashing police lights and made a doormat that had these conductive charging contacts so we could keep the whole box fully charged until the moment it was stolen. Then for Glitter Bomb
Holy
4.0,
shit.
as soon as you touch the lid, it would get shot straight up into the air, compliments of these 2 boxing gloves attached to pneumatic pistons. We also added an actual car horn to make things more exciting and redesigned the cup so that by using the centrifugal force generated from spinning, you could passively get 3 chances to shoot some glitter instead of losing it all in one single shot. Then for the porch, we built a fake planter box that
Holy
would slide over
shit.
and hide the package at night so the homeowners wouldn't have to worry about bringing it in, and we were guaranteed to get it stolen in the day when the light was better. And all of that brings us to
This
year
has
5.
gotta be the
Glitter
most
Bomb
stacked.
5.0.
Yeah, this shit's gotta be
I knew this was
stacked.
gonna be the last year, so I decided to go for broke and attempt the biggest redesign to date. And this is a terrible idea, by the way. In engineering, if something is working well enough, conventional wisdom states you should basically change nothing, but pretend like you changed a lot. So for starters, last year we had 4 vials
Apple.
of fart spray for a total of 20 milliliters, and for this year, because we're not messing around,
9.
we have a 1-liter tank. And for those of you keeping track at home, that's 50 times more fart spray. To pull this off, instead of using a rotating cam system like before, now we have a peristaltic pump that continually forces the fart spray through 2 nozzles and basically
Brother?
it's up. And because I can't exactly explain how much
What?
something smells over video, this is a sensor that measures the number of particulates in the air. And the more particulates, the more intense the smell. And if we place last year's glitter bomb in the chamber, it measures 250 particulates of nastiness per liter, whereas this year's tops out at 750. Which means it's not only going to last a lot longer, but it's going to be 3 times more intense.
And if they
Now to house
move it-
that massive reservoir of fart spray, we had to expand the footprint for the box, which means we had room underneath it
Brother?
to house the brains of the system on an upgraded custom printed circuit board that communicates directly with all 4 phones. And quick shout out to my friends at T-Mobile, because last year we found they had the best coverage when replacing the boxes, so this year they hooked us up and let us put them all on their network. Then for the glitter delivery mechanism, the idea was
Nice.
to hack some of these mini drones and rewrite their code to make them autonomous, where they could fly themselves without
Ed.
needing to be in communication with the computer. So the idea for this year is the thief would bring the bait package back to their house, then remove the lid, which would lower these 2 doors, allowing the drones to wake up and take off. And so instead of a single
What?
concentrated area of glitter from a spinning cup like before, the drones would just meander all around the house, leaving millions of tiny shimmering reminders
Oh my God.
not to take stuff that isn't yours. And as part of our code rewrite, if the proximity sensors register someone approaching, they'll just casually fly themselves to a different part of the room. And all of
Yo!
that sets up the checkmate, because
Get
while they're
fucked!
fully distracted dealing with the drones, the box starts to drastically change the room's air quality at a rate of 1 liter per minute.
Chat.
This design
I don't be too weird, chat, but now why put like the ink they put on the money bags at like the bank, something that like will always stay, some like disgusting ink that fucks your walls up forever,
Happy
and just
35 months, chat.
splatter across the entire rooms, all the rooms in the house, and just fuck their shit up.
It was ambitious and arguably had a much higher risk of failure in the field, but then we took it one step further by designing a sister box that could be used for a car break-in. Since I live near San Francisco, which is the smash and grab capital of the world,
Wait, property damage, bro. They took your object, they brought it into their property.
that could be used for a car break-in. Since I live near San Francisco, which is the smash and grab capital, sister box that could be used for a car break-in. Since I
Car break-ins, holy shit.
live near San Francisco, which is the smash and grab capital of the world,
Wait, property damage, bro. They took your object, they brought it into their homes, and they used it. It's
Yo.
your object. You can do it fucking with your objects. They steal it. It's their fucking fault. What?
World, 2 years
Bro.
ago, we went right into the lion's den, which placed the box in a somewhat alarming predicament. And while tempting, it seemed irresponsible to have a couple drones flying around inside a moving vehicle, so this box can be triggered remotely via text message and can activate the fart spray without needing to be opened. And then right before the nozzles kick in, this 360 cam pops up to cover all the action. And if at any point the camera senses it's being tampered with, just like one of those fancy hood ornaments, it will retract itself back inside the box.
Jeez.
So after about 10 months of designing, building,
Jesus.
and testing, we set them out on a bunch of porches and in a bunch of cars, and we waited. And we didn't have
This shit's
to wait.
max level.
And we didn't have to wait long.
Jesus.
Yoink.
Yoink.
new in the box, bro.
Brand new.
Brand new.
Check it out. I guess I might now, homie.
Damn, it's new.
It's nice, homie.
It is nice.
Yeah, that's it. I pulled out.
Oh my god!
The drone failed.
15, 14, 13, 3, 2, 1. Activation complete. Recovery sequence initiated.
And I really appreciate the hustle from these guys, especially because when all is said and done, they
Oh,
just decide to make this their neighbor's
to
pond.
the neighbor.
When we retrieved this next box, as you can see, it was completely destroyed and the phones were gone. But thanks to those blazing T-Mobile network speeds, we were able to recover the following footage from the cloud.
But our neighbor here, put it down a little. Our neighbor here, the other camera. Actually, I'd love to give it to you for Christmas. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No way.
What?
So funny.
The new one, huh?
Yeah, it's the
Okay,
new
can we
version.
just leave it in the car for now?
Yeah, we'll leave it in the car
Because
for
we're
now.
not trying to.
Bring attention to it.
Not so that I did anything wrong.
So they
Oh,
eventually
that's
took
so
this home
scum
and were
shit,
apparently
man.
pretty upfront with their kids about where
So
they got it
scum
from.
lord. What the?
Because we are.
Ew.
One of you has the handles and everything. So they go for like one of the clothes.
It could be some other kid's box, you know? So like.
You can give it back. I want to open it. Let's open it. Oh my god, it's a
Is he kicking it?
Mom, I think it is a bomb. Mom!
And in addition, Good Samaritan passed.
Mom!
And in addition to porches, just like in years past, we placed some boxes by group mailboxes,
Oh,
so that way we
shit.
could track the number of Good Samaritans that will call the number on the box from year to year.
It's for me and for you.
Oh my god! Oh my.
Kid got rolled.
15, 14, 13, 12.
Oh my god! That's so loud! God! That's so loud! What means a scam? You're stealing.
You YouTubers.
The drones are a total failure.
Fifteen, 14, 13, 12, 11,
10, 9.
8, 7, 6, 5,
Was he gonna punt it?
3, 2, 1.
Bang!
Activation complete. Recovery sequence initiated.
Switching gears for a minute, for the past 2 years, I've experimented with placing a glitter bomb in a parked car up in San Francisco because it's considered the car breaking capital of the world. And things are so bad now, it's not even just the parked cars that are getting targeted.
This guy.
They average 73 car break-ins per day, and at this point, people have resorted to just leaving their doors wide open, hoping the thieves can verify for themselves that there's no valuables inside, so they won't smash the glass just to check. And for the past 2 years, while we did get the glitter bomb stolen, all we could really do was just play an alarm sound so they throw them out, because they never actually opened them in the car. And after doing some research, it turns out there's a reason for that. It's actually a fairly organized system called a fencing operation, where the cars will go out in groups, and then immediately afterwards, they'll bring it to a middleman who will pay cash in exchange for the most valuable things they steal, like laptops. But the gut punch is that important documents like a passport or pictures or plane tickets don't really hold value for the thieves, so they just get thrown in the trash.
Oh, come on.
They didn't plan on don't really hold. The gut punch is that important documents like a passport or pictures or plane tickets don't really hold value for the thieves, so they just get thrown in the trash.
Oh, come
and now
on.
that we knew they didn't plan on opening the box in the car, we designed the nozzles to poke through the lid so that even if they just threw it in the back seat, once the proximity sensor on the bottom
North America.
stolen in the box texts it
that's worse somehow, dude. Because that can fuck somebody up so badly you have no idea, dude. If you've already lost your passport once, if you lose it again like that, you are so cooked you have no idea.
You can track them using the embedded GPS, and a simple text message back would raise the camera and activate the fart spray for 2 minutes straight. So we headed up to the city and placed our modified car box nice and visible in the car and commenced our stakeout. And you can see this first black car rolls up, and this guy gets out and spots it but doesn't take it. And then a little while later, this beige car rolls up and he sees it too, and the same thing happens. Then not too long after that, this white car rolls up, and once again they clearly see the box, but they just leave it sitting right there without even breaking a window. And after observing all this, our best guess was that it was the size of the box that was spooking them, so we removed the heart and all the other critical components from the large box and placed them into a smaller box. And while it occupied a smaller footprint, it maintained all the same functionality of the bigger box while still looking like an enticing item to steal. So the next day, we put it back out on the street,
for a speaker?
but this time someone came by and actually smashed the window.
Little bro, for a
Only
speaker.
we didn't see them leave with the box. And our working assumption was that he just wasn't able to open the door to take it. But when we checked the footage, it told a different story. Not only did he once again intentionally not steal a smaller box, but the real reason for breaking the small window was to pull the back seat down and check the trunk. Which means if you take nothing else away from this video, you should know putting your luggage in the trunk is not a solution to keep it from getting stolen. The reason they break these little windows so often, but it seems like nothing is missing, is because they're pulling down the seat to quickly check what's hidden from view in the trunk. And at this point, it was pretty disappointing, but we realized they'd adapted. Word must have gotten out from stealing our glitter bombs in previous years that a juicy looking box like this sitting out in plain sight is nothing but trouble. And as an engineer, I never claimed to have all the answers, but I know the process to get all the answers. And
why not just put like a Prada bag? Or a Louis bag. Oh, because it's worth too much.
that's trying and failing and tweaking over and over again. So while we did have a couple useless car boxes,